Mrunal Thakur, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Mrunal, this year 2021 is turning out to be a very important year for you and your career. You, of course, had Toofaan earlier this year and now Dhamaka. How
Yes,
do you rate this year in your head? Good, excellent, or satisfying?
all three together. It was good. At the same time, it was satisfying and excellent because it's not just two releases. We have Jersey releasing this year on the last day,
Sure,
30th
sure.
December. So, yes, I'm really looking forward to the release as well.
You also will be seen next in Ram Advani's Dhamaka, although this is an extended cameo. What prompted that decision to do this cameo, Mrunal?
Ram sir himself, because when a director like Ram Madhvani sir asks you to be a part of this film, you never say no. He was my dream director, and I had expressed my feelings that I would like to work with you. This was about 2 years ago, before after Batla House release, and I think he had me in mind. Although he mentioned that Mrunal, it's a very small part, he kept mentioning again and again. He said, but I really want to work with you. And I said, sir, the feelings are mutual. And the best thing is that the character that he offered me is so strong and so firm and so dedicated. Not, when it comes to the career, uh, we, I was really amazed by the way it was written. And most challenging thing was this girl, Soumya, had to speak through her eyes. And that was my briefing from Ramsar. Ramsar said, don't want you to express much, just your eyes should speak. And sometimes I felt like, I don't know, sir, mujhse ho payega ya nahi, but I will try. He said, you'll do it. So that kind of gave me courage and that motivated me. And now the film is right in front of you.
I of course will talk to you about your movies, but before that, how was it shooting Aise Na Chodo with Guru Randhawa? Was it for you like detoxing right after making Toofaan?
For me, Vishal, I feel like it is important as an actor to be on set. Otherwise, and we are so used to being busy. I remember I have taken 2 flights in a day in the middle of pandemic. So you can imagine how workaholic I am. And when it comes to music video, it allows an actor to, especially when I'm in the middle of films, it allows me to play a character in that 3 days. So it was interesting, and I'm a big fan of Guru as well, his songs, and of Bacha as well. So I collaborated with both of them, and it was quite an experience. It's a different world altogether, and again, the song was very emotional. So I'm happy that I got to be a part of it. Yeah.
You just said you're a workaholic. I'm just very curious to know what is it one thing that puts you off on the set?
Puts me off on the set when the actor uh, argues with the director that I think this is right. That just puts me off.
Have you figured out now why these stories where sportsmen wants to bounce back to their game come to you, be it Farhan in Toofaan or Shahid in Jersey?
Well, it's not bounce back. I mean, I would want you to watch Jersey because it's absolutely different. And I don't know, it came simultaneously, and neither of us knew that they didn't know that I was supposed to be a part of Jersey, or the Toofaan team didn't know that I'm doing vice versa. But I'm happy that I'm part of both the films because uh, audience will learn something or the other out of it. So right now it's like this Tuesday we release the trailer of Josie, so you will see a different shade of me. Although both the films that I've done are sports based, but they are extremely, like, my character is extremely different. North Pole, South Pole.
Really looking forward to that. But the other big outing that you'll be having is Bahubali TV series, in which you'll be seeing playing Sivagamani. Please tell us more about that.
No, so that's not true.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not a part of that project anymore. Yeah.
Okay. You also wrapped up the shooting of Pippa, that's also star Ishan Khatter. The film depicts India's victory in the 1971 war
Yeah.
and based on this book called Burning Chaffees. How was it going back to 70s and how different was it in your head, the 1971?
Oh God. I went back and I was listening to watching few videos of Indiraji and what a lady. Her speech itself took me back in the era, and I was watching few videos online, and also we had the book. I also got a chance to meet Balram sir, which was amazing because to know his story from himself, it's like a biggest thing, and we could feel, and especially the star cast, everybody, like be it Ishan, be it Priyanshu, be it Sony ma'am, it just felt like like my Kumkum Bhagya team, like we meet and you be like, okay, you're my mother. Hi, mother, how are you? We didn't have to like work really hard, like usually we do, sometimes in order to get that chemistry. So it was nice. It was really lovely to go back in the 70s with the costumes and the sets. Um, Fabulous experience.
Did you take help of your mom or anybody else in your family who was?
Of course, I mean, they help me in all my films, all my projects, even in my commercials. I always sit down with them and I ask like, what was your take on this? So dad always used to say कि during the wars, they used to dim the lights, कांच को वो लोग newspaper लगाते थे, uh, because they used to always make sure that कि dark रहे, किसी को पता ना चले कि यहाँ लोग रह रहे हैं. So my God, all these stories were very interesting and fascinating to hear from dad.
Really touch wood because everything is going so perfect for you. Do you sometimes have self doubts or feel, I hope I'm not missing anything that's going on in the world?
Of course, I have self doubts. There are so many times I feel underconfident, and trust me, I will not lie. There are times where I will not be. I feel like I don't think I'll be able to do it. I feel pressurized, and although my social media looks like very interesting sometimes, but it's not the case usually. And I feel like social media is a facade as well because you don't get to meet the real person. And also sometimes the pressure of the work is such that you always have to put on a smile, and the show must go on. But obviously there are tough times and I'm not going to say no. I'm a human, I have emotions, and I take one day at a time, and I make sure that whatever problems there, once Meryl said, take your broken heart and make it into an art. That's what I'm doing.
So then, how you bounce back? Like, how do you prepare yourself emotionally after, say, an experience which you felt wasn't present?
Yeah, so I call in sick. Anytime I feel like I am miserable, I just tell my team that I'm going MIA, missing in action, for so and so long, like 2 days or one day or half a day or few hours. In case if there are any decisions that they need to take, please take it on behalf of me or call me only if urgent. But I call myself a big tub of ice cream, like a crazy one, eat caramel popcorn or whatever, and think about the problem that I'm going through. And the moment I have my answer, uh, I just bounce back. But it is very necessary for you to feel that, because what we do is we make ourselves busy in the work that we do. And हम लोग ना उस पे बैंडेड लगाते जाते हैं. So we never grieve. कभी कभी वो महसूस नहीं करते. So whenever we hit the bed, that pain comes back again. So what I do is, if I'm sulking or if I'm going low, if I'm feeling low, I will make sure that I spend how much ever time, one day, 1 month, 1 year, but I'll make sure that I deal with that problem. But once I bounce back, then there's no looking back. So it is extremely important for you to call in sick. That even though you're not sick, you just call. I am sick. I need a holiday.
Then in the days when you have this dilemma or that what to take, what decision to take, do you sometimes fall back on the talent agency and their belief and their decisions?
Yeah, I mean, see, look, it's a teamwork, right? It's a teamwork, and the reason why I'm with them is because I trust them, and they have certain kind of experience, more experience than I do. So obviously, there are situations where everyone on the table they tell what they feel is, they, if they feel right, few people say this is like we are on for it, we are not on for it. And that's what I love about my team, is they are very transparent enough. And eventually the question comes down to, if Mrunal likes the project, no matter what the situation is, if I don't like it, I'm not a part of it. If I'm not feeling 100%, I'm not a part of it. If I'm feeling 100% about it, then I'm a part of it.
Actors, filmmakers, these are creative people and also dreamers. Are you a dreamer and do you daydream?
Always I dream. Like, there are times where I'm having a conversation with someone, and then there is something going in my head, something really interesting. I mean, imagine I came up with a story about something, and then I realized that after watching Inception, it's like, oh my god, this is exactly what I dream about. I was dreaming, and there was a dream, and there was a dream in it, and there was a dream in it. So I am a daydreamer. And somehow I feel like in couple of years you will see all the daydreaming that I've done. I have noted it down in my email, and one day I develop them and meet you as a filmmaker, not just as an actor.
Mrinal, what is your acting process like? How do you rehearse a scene, especially when the actor with whom you need to interact is not available?
So during Kumkum Bhagya, my director, Ravindra Gautam sir and Muzammil Desai, they both told me one thing, that the actors will not be available all the time. So, jitne jaldi you make friends, camera your friend, it will be easier. Just decide left corner or right corner. So, my best friend is my camera. My only lover in life is camera. I think the camera loves me, and so do I. So the faster I get it in my head, the better it is. And so what happens is, when you're looking into the camera, you're not just looking at the lover that you're expressing love in that particular scene, but you're also piercing the heart of the audience.
Yeah.
So that you need to, and it's a trick which I would like to share with all your viewers, that if you want to be an actor, make sure that the more confident you are in front of the camera, the better it is that it reaches out to the the message will reach out to the audience. Not just reach out, not just the message, but it'll pierce their heart, and they'll feel relatable. So yeah, I just love romancing the camera.
Is doing an animation film or developing an animated avatar is something that interests you now? Do you sometimes feel that it's time to have an on-screen personality develop fully on your voice?
Absolutely, and I did something like that in lockdown. I was a part of Priya's Mask, which also educated about the COVID-19 situation that we were at, and it was an animated. It's an animation book, but we developed it into a video, in a short film, which made sure that it reached to a lot of students, a lot of kids, and I was happy to share my voice as Priya, to lend my voice to Priya, and Vidya Balan ma'am gave voice to the tiger, for the tiger, and which was really interesting. In a way, I got to work with her. In a way, I lent my voice, and it was amazing to be a part of that animation short film. And I can't wait for India to come up with something animation, something I really want to make for kids, because apart from Toofaan, Dhamaka, I really want to make movies which children can watch. Something about Cinderella, something about Snow White, something about Jhansi Ki Rani, or something about Malgudi Days, something for kids.
Now, how easy does tears comes to your eyes, or you always required a glycerin?
Like this. Thanks to Ekta Kapoor. Yeah, it is very, like, tears come very easily. For me, it is easy to cry but difficult to laugh.
Oh. So, what steps do you take to understand the importance of your character in the story? Do you record audio narration, or you take notes, or you write something on your wall about?
Yeah, first I like to read the story myself. Then I like to hear the narration, because when you read, you already have a story cooking in your mind. But when the director or the writer narrates the story through his point of view, you always see the story and in a different way. That also allows me to figure out whether I only ask, like, what if I kill this character in this film? What kind of importance would it have? That's when you figure out ki acha nahi, it is quite an impactful film. I realize that if I'm doing a film, my character needs to be the heart and soul of the film. कि यार इसके बिना ये film तो बन ही नहीं सकती. And secondly, I always used to people used to always tell me कि Mrunal, you were shortlisted and you're in the option, and that used to hurt me a lot. कि why am I an option? So I made sure that no one apart from me could play that role better. So if I chose Love Sonia, I wanted to give my 100% as Sonia, and no, I don't want absolutely no one to, like, people came to me with their feedback saying that Mrunal, we don't think anyone apart from you would have played Sonia, or apart from you could have played Ananya, or you could have played anyone apart from you could have played Soumya, the character in Dhamaka. So these are the comments and compliments that I'm getting, and I'm really happy that I am finally one step closer to the to my dream, like to whatever I wanted. There should be certain type of honesty in the characters you play, and when people say that your performance was honest, that makes me happy.
And finally, we never heard your name in any controversy. Is there a rumor that you would like to start about you?
Good one. About like personal life, dating, waiting.
Whatever. Is there a rumor you would like to start about yourself?
Yeah, there should be two rumors. First, that Mrunal is featuring as a superhero in a Marvel film, and second should be Mrunal is dating Keanu Reeves.
Well, I hope one of these become true. But thank you so much and all the best.
Or at least I want to have dinner with Keanu and his girlfriend, because they both are so adorable. The way he loves her, the way he's so humble, down to earth. I even saw him picking like camera equipments in the middle of the shoot, which was so endearing, and that's why I love him. That's why I love Keanu Reeves so much.
Hope that comes true, but all the best and thank you so much.
I'll replay this interview, say 5 years down the line, and be like, see, Vishal, I told you I'm going to have dinner with Keanu.
So let me put my final question. So out of this conversation, if I meet you 5 years from now, what are your answers which will remain unchanged?
Unchanged. That honest thing, that I would like to be honest when it comes to all my performances. And the love of my life is never going to change. That is Keanu Reeves. And I will be exactly the same as I am right now, smiling, laughing, honest with you, because I feel like talking about my insecurities, my fear, and even if I feel underconfident, I will make sure that I'm as transparent as I am.
Thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely talking to you.
Yeah, thanks, Atan. Thank you.